In this version, we're going to talk about the backup and restore feature, which is introduced in version 3.4. So go to the tools and select manage backups and the restore. So here, when you can click on the sync settings, so it come up with this particular the sync key. So the sync key is an important one. It actually uses we use the sync key to synchronize the backups. So this is a kind of a secret key. So make sure that you keep it secure and do not share with unauthorized parties. So anytime you wanna get a new sync key, you can just click on generate new. So we will get a new sync key. It is cryptographically generated and it's very hard to spoof them unless you share that same key. Then here you can go and specify a name to the machine. So this actually helps to understand where the backups came from. So when we show the list of backups, we show this particular name so that you can see where it came from, whether it is home or office or a server or what have you. So we do have this auto daily backup. If we enable this, so before you close the application on that particular day, maybe first time or a last time, doesn't matter. The first closing of that particular day, we will take a backup of the Realforce configuration automatically so that you can have that. And it is disabled by default, so you can have it enabled from the sync settings. Okay, so once you have a sync settings, you can go and click on backup now. So you can specify a name to the each backup. It's optional. You can leave it empty if you want. I'm just gonna specify the demo backup, so we can use that to test the synchronization. Okay, so it's created a backup, it's over here, and you can delete this backup if you would like. You can right click on that and say delete, or you can view the backup, what is in there. So you can click on view, it will actually come up with all the different connections that you have, so you can see them. Let's go ahead and see how to sync this in other system. So I'm going to copy this sync settings that I have. I'm gonna clean up this sync setting later point in time, so you cannot use the same one. Okay, so I have Realforce running on a different system here in a virtual box in the Windows. So I'm gonna go to the tools and manage backup and the restore, and I'm gonna specify the same sync key that I copied from there. I'm gonna specify here my okay, so I'm gonna keep it disabled in this particular PC. So okay, so here, as you can see, it's not showing any backup because we just updated the sync settings. Let's go and click on refresh backup. It should bring all the backups applicable for that particular sync key, including the one that we just created. Okay, so as you can notice here, we don't have any connections because we just started a brand new. So you can go back to the manage bank and you can click on demo backup and the restore. So it's gonna say, hey, are you sure you want to do that? Because if you have made some changes here which are not in the backup, you will probably lose them, right? So confirm if you really want to do that, then click on say yes. So it will apply the backup. It will go ahead and restart the Realforce system. Then it should have, I'm gonna continue for today. It should have the same setup as in the other place. Okay, so it brings over all the details, uh, uh, but because it doesn't bring the master password, just for the security reasons, we do not upload the master password because it's not saved anywhere. Even the salt is not actually synchronized. So if you have a same master password in two different places, it will work without having to prompt. But if you have a different master password in two different systems, then you will have to enter those connection passwords one more time. Okay. So that's it about the backup and the restore. So you can go back to the Windows box, and here, for example, let's say I go to the here, you can delete them as well. Let's go ahead and delete these. Um, it's gonna delete them. So now if you go back to see one of the backup, obviously it's going to say, hey, we could not get the backup, so maybe it has been deleted. Refresh the backups and try again. So if you refresh, it's going to get a one single list. So that's it about the backup and the restore. Thank you.